Oh, wait. We're almost live. That feels longer and longer every week, doesn't it?
No, well, it feels like it's more enjoyable every week.
It is. It is. And you know
Much
what?
like,
Much like.
I'll let you finish.
Oh, I was going to say. So, because I've been so hectic lately in my life, I screwed up the numbering of the shows. So, last week was our 50th show on this podcast and our 1 year anniversary.
It was.
Isn't that awesome?
It is. It's been a long time.
It has. More consistent, but a long time. Too much?
Dylan, Charles, good to see you guys. Hope
Hi.
You both had great weekends too.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Geek Spot.
You found it.
Where we're both struggling to get ready for tonight. It feels like.
I just forgot that there was a link I had to click.
Yep. There's that too.
Yep.
How was your weekend, Jack?
It was good. Weather was not great.
Hi, Pete.
But I had time to watch a lot of stuff. I read some stuff.
Read like books?
Yeah, like went back into. Well, no books. Come on.
Oh.
No, I dove back into the catching up on some of the comic book series and stuff because I had heard about a movie that we talked about last week about that there was a take that some of this stuff was from and figured out where most of Matt Reeves' plot points were from.
Yeah.
And same thing with I read that Batman Earth 1.
Is that where it's from, Earth 1?
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but it was Jeff Johns because nobody can do anything without it being written by Jeff Johns anymore.
Apparently.
And his take on people.
Yeah.
He did that. He did one on Superman 2 called Superman Secret Origin. But I did that. Watched some Turning Red.
Turning Red?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Oh! I've seen stuff about that.
It's a story about a girl becoming a woman.
Oh.
And also a big red panda.
Oh. Okay.
Somehow they go hand in hand. It happens every month when the panda moon.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a kind of a don't look over here, but this is what we really are talking about?
Oh no! They went that was what they were talking about.
My
super fun though, set in like 2002. So the height of the boy band era. We have a mutual friend that would probably love it just because there's a boy band featured in it.
Of course.
One of them played by our buddy Impulse from The Flash. Your buddy.
Impulse. Oh, yeah, that show's back on, isn't it?
It is. But yeah, it was super enjoyable. The family all watched it. I was only awkward for a little bit when they busted out pads and things like that.
Oh no.
For the kids. But other than that, it was pretty good all around. I watched that. I watched the Adam Project.
That I have not watched yet, but I've heard nothing but awesome things about that. And that I'm actually going to watch.
Yeah, it's. I didn't know much going into it.
We're gonna have some dog barking in a minute.
Unlike a lot of movies, I thought that it started slow.
Yeah, it's time to go outside. So he's gonna bark at my kid as we. There we go. He's very vocal about the going out thing. Yeah,
well, it's very nice out, and it's daylight. He's very confused.
He is.
Yes. So Adam. I was not impressed when it started. I was like, oh, I've seen this movie before.
Right.
It closed really strong.
Yeah.
And by like the second half, I was all in. First half, I was like, I definitely feel like I've seen a few time travel multiverse movies lately.
Yes.
Maybe too many already, even though there's like 6 more coming in the next year. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely one coming this year.
So
it's going to get postponed, but we'll talk about that
but
later.
yeah, ended super strong. The kid in it who plays a younger version of Ryan Reynolds is fantastic.
I saw him in some of the trailers and some of the little interview spots that they did, and he's just even that, like the interaction with him and Mark Ruffalo were really, really fun.
They were. Super fun fact I read today. So the kid, who's 12, I think, when they filmed it, massive Deadpool fan.
Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like such a massive Deadpool fan, which is how he was so good as a young Ryan Reynolds. Because Ryan Reynolds in every movie, like I said a few weeks ago, is just Ryan Reynolds now. There's no other. He acts how he acts.
Right.
The cocky but likable, but kind of a douche to everybody.
Just Friends. Van Wilder.
He locked it in then and has ridden it for 20 some odd years. Only now he's really in shape in that.
Yeah.
But so the kid, they were saying that he was so into Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds' mannerisms that like he auditioned, and they was like, I can quote all Deadpool for you. They're like, no, you can't. He literally went through and quoted Deadpool word for word, including screen direction.
No shit.
During his audition, and they're like,
that's actually pretty awesome.
Well, already then. But so that when they were doing improv and stuff during the show or during the movie, as you know, Ryan likes to do, he could improv and do it just like Ryan Reynolds would. When they gave him a line, he was like, immediately the inflection was there, the mannerism, the whole 9 yards was there, just like a young Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I can't wait to actually watch this now. I'll probably get to it sometime at some point this week. I actually will get to that.
Yeah, so I would recommend that. I would also recommend finishing Pam and Tommy.
Did.
Awesome. We'll talk about that in a bit then.
Yes. And, I don't have it on my list, but yes.
And that was it. I'll talk more about the because I want to touch on Batman again later on.
Okay.
Because I think we missed more than a few things.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. We rushed it a little bit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, how about you? How was your weekend?
It was a quiet weekend. I really didn't do anything. I've been lazy the last couple of weekends and just kind of stayed in and played some video games and just really, it was too cold to do anything, but the weather's starting to break now. So I'm hoping to kind of get back out a little bit. I just got a text from Ray. Actually, it's pretty funny that our friend Tony, you know Tony, the Philly superfan, dresses like Apollo Creed.
Yeah, we've talked about him before.
Yes. So Tony is in Clearwater. So this would have been the week that I would have gone to Clearwater for Philly spring training as baseball is back. Nobody went because, baseball decided to come back so last second that only Tony booked it went. So apparently right now, Hulk Hogan has has a shop in Clearwater, right?
Oh,
it's a whole memorabilia. You can buy Hulk Hogan stuff. Well, right now, Jimmy, the Mouth of the South Heart, is actually setting up karaoke at Hulk Hogan's Beach Bar right now, and I'm so jealous and mad.
Wait, Jimmy Hart's still around?
Jimmy Hart is still around, and he's still very good friends with Hulk Hogan.
Is he 800 or 900 years old now?
He's about 87 years old, I think. I forget how old he actually is. He's 79 years old. I wasn't that far off.
Wow.
He's 79 years old. On that note, a little bit, as we kind of get started, the sad news. There's a couple of bits of sad news. Scott Hall, I think you would remember him from old WWF days.
Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody vertigo real quick.
Yeah, we did.
From
Razor
Hall and
Ramon. Yeah, so he suffered, I think it was 3 heart attacks during a medical procedure the other day, and his family, they were waiting for the whole family to gather. He was on life support, and they're taking him off life support. So, not sure if he's actually passed yet, or he's in the process of, crossing that rainbow bridge for wrestlers.
Yeah, that's it's starting to happen to all those guys from when we were young.
It's sad too because he really, really battled and overcame like some serious addictions and a lot of issues thanks to Diamond Dallas Page and his yoga program. It's a shame. I always loved him growing up. but Ray sent me that tweet or that text, and Dylan just mentioning it. Throws me into another sad thing. Like, we're gonna start off with just a lot of crying today. William Hurt passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge career on that guy.
106 credits going back to 1977 in Kojak.
No kidding.
Kojak, 2 episodes of Kojak. He played Jake.
You played him twice. Good for him.
He played him in a part 1 and a part 2. But yeah, I mean, he's had, a massively steady career over the years.
Yeah, I've never sought him out, but always been happy when he was there.
Yep. He was in The King of Queens for an episode.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't scared to do anything that was thrown his way.
Nope. No. I'm just scrolling through this. Most of our fans would know him from Marvel movies. From General Thaddeus Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Right. Who was supposed to be a big part going forward.
Look, that's I think we've said it once or twice, right? That's the danger with taking so damn long to do anything with these movies anymore that people get older. Look, Ryan Reynolds is going to be in his 50s by the time we get another Deadpool movie.
I got news on that too. He was in Beowulf.
He was The Big Chill was the first thing I really remember him from.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, he was in he was in Lost in Space in 1998.
He was. He played the dad.
He
played Dr. Robinson. Yeah.
Yes, he did. I mean, there's a lot of stuff he was in, and it's a shame. 71, I guess, young by today's standards. Or is it?
For sure.
I mean, I'm knocking on that door in 20 years.
You are.
I am.
Underrated cast in that Lost in Space.
Is that the one with Joey Tribbiani?
It is. Gary Oldman's in there. That one.
Gary Oldman's in there. Yes.
Lacey Cuthbert. Chabert. Charcuterie. Lacey. That one.
Shabert.
Yep, that one.
Shabert.
She just signed like some big contract with not Hallmark, but the other one.
No.
Nope, not that one either.
No.
It's some third one that I've never heard of that she signed like a huge thing with.
Gotcha.
Speaking of stars like that, so Dylan, who's in the chat, went to Monster Mania this weekend, right?
Did go to Monster Mania.
I think our friend Jackie posted about 100 pictures from there too.
She definitely she goes every year. Mimi Rogers was in it. Heather Graham, just to.
Oh, you're back to Lost in Space.
It just loaded. my computer's a little slow today.
It was a really good cast for a really not good movie. The Netflix show is much better.
I didn't get past the first episode.
But condolences to William Hurt and his family.
And Scott Hall. And as Jimmy said, he's oozing machismo and flicking pics on the afterlife now. Yes.
He definitely is.
So there is another show, and I'm sure we'll there you go. The cast of Dexter, Dylan said, was there. I saw some of Dylan's pictures, and I saw a lot of Jackie's pictures. I never got into the monster thing, but I know the Monster Mania convention is huge over there.
But it's not all monster stuff.
No. There's a lot of other stuff on it.
I mean, I think Devin Sawa was there. Your buddy from Final Destination, your favorite movie series.
Who?
Yep.
The what? The what now? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You also like James Remar from Mortal Kombat fame.
The who now?
And James Remar.
Yep.
Who's also in Black Lightning.
Mm-hmm. Keep naming shows I've seen.
You didn't see the first Mortal Kombat movie, Frank?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out who he is. Oh, I remember him.
Who's Raiden? Come on. He's also been in like every other movie ever.
God, he's like the biggest bit actor there is. Yes.
We call them character actors.
Character actor is the one that I wanted to say. Thank you.
Which reminds me of another movie and not quite mainstream thing. So my buddy Tim, who I went to high school with, Tim Cox, just got cast in a movie, The Girl in the Mask.
Oh, nice.
It'll be a YouTube original movie. It's about Stephanie Brown, who's spoiler in the DC universe. He's going to be Commissioner Gordon.
Dylan said Anthony Michael Hall was a nice guy, one of the nicest people he's met. So now that you got me on James Reamer, he was in Destiny 2. He was a voice of a character who I recognize immediately the voice.
That's what matters.
He was in Gotham.
A little bit.
He was Frank Gordon for a couple episodes.
Yep.
He was in the Shannara Chronicles, which I heard was terrible.
Sounds it.
It was a book series.
Oh, wait. No. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
It's the one from 2016?
Oh, then no, I don't know what that is.
Okay. He was in Grey's Anatomy and now Dexter. He was also in... Hold on, there's one I'm looking for. I'm looking for specifically because I know he was in it. He was in Jericho.
Oh, that's on your list of shows that you actually watched.
On my list of shows I need to rewatch.
No,
it's only a series.
I think we said two different things.
Yeah, we did. It's like a series and a half. Yeah, he was Jonah Prowse in Jericho. Jericho. He's been acting since basically 1978, so he's got a lot of credits.
He's done a lot of stuff.
He is another one that's not afraid to just, yes, I'll take the money.
So the next Monster Mania, Dylan says, is going to be Scream Heavy.
Oh, goody.
Warriors, there you go. That's what he was in.
Yes. And the fact that Dylan has a Warriors VHS says a lot about him.
Which reminds me that I've still not seen Warriors, so I feel like I'm behind.
Yeah.
How about you, Frank? It's on your list?
The Warriors?
Yeah.
Is that the dancing one?
I don't know if they dance, for instance.
That's West Side Story.
Yep.
That's not the Warriors.
Nope. That's on Disney Plus right now if you want to watch it.
Yeah, it is.
You can watch it after you watch Turning Red, about a teenage girl who
probably never going to watch that now that you
life-changing time as a red panda with a boy band. It's really up somebody's alley that we know.
Yes.
So, but anyway, with my buddy Tim,
yes,
I think I will try and get him to pop out to the show one week because he does a large number of podcasts. His resume is actually huge. It's a lot of indie work though, but he's been in dozens and dozens and dozens of movies over the last 20 years since we were in high school. And he has very character actor driven for all of his roles. But yeah, we'll Timothy J. Cox, if you want to look him up, COX. And then I'll try and get him on here once I know how much he can talk about the girl in the mask.
Yeah, absolutely. Walter Hill made the Warriors to counteract West Side Story to show real gangs fighting. Okay.
Though oddly was a contemporary of The Outsiders, which I feel is the most realistic representation with Ponyboy.
No. Stay gold.
All right.
The Munsters, Rob Zombie's movie.
Oh,
can you guess what rating it's going to have?
R.
Incorrect.
NC-17.
Incorrect again.
PG.
Yes. It's a PG Munsters movie from Rob Zombie's first ever PG movie. It's coming out in 2022, but with no date.
Not even PG-13?
Nope. Straight PG.
That sounds like a stretch.
There's a couple of new characters he's adding to it. The partial cast list that I have. Daniel Roebuck.
Okay.
Grandpa Munster.
Okay.
Sherry Moon Zombie is Lily Munster.
Of course she is.
Gotta do that. Cassandra Peterson is Barbara Carr.
I'll take Elvira all day.
Yes. There's a character named Floop, Floop, by Jorge Garcia of Lost fame.
Okay.
Curly.
Yep, I remember.
Richard Brake will be playing Dr. Henry Augustus Wolfgang.
Yeah. Jorge Garcia's been on Hawaii Five-O the last few years.
He has. And as Dylan pointed out in the chat, Jeff Daniel Phillips is playing Herman Munster.
It's exciting. I don't know who Jeff Daniel Phillips is.
Jeff Daniel Phillips is you would know him from, if you look this picture up, he's in Westworld.
Okay.
He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for an episode.
Oh, that makes it easy.
Doesn't help at all, does it?
Nope.
No.
It's fine. I'll figure out who they were.
He looks really familiar. I swear to God, is he in what I think he was in? Hold on.
He looks like he's probably been on The Walking Dead at some point.
No, he looks like the guy from Tombstone, but I don't.
Oh,
think
I remember him from The Gifted. Got it.
Okay.
Yes,
He's not the guy from Tombstone. I was wrong.
Yeah, I remember him from Gifted.
Okay, so that's who that is. And the last two cast members they have is Sylvester McCoy as Igor and Catherine Schell as Zoya Krupp. So he's adding a couple people.
The character that guy played on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by the way, David Angar,
yes,
is actually Angar the Screamer, is what the character's known as, who was in the MODOK animated series on Hulu. As part of MODOK's like group of dad buddies that he hung out at the bar with.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he played the caveman in the Geico commercials. Thank you, Dylan.
Oh, all right.
That's interesting. Boogie Nights. Did you see Boogie Nights?
I did.
Did you like Boogie Nights?
I did. I saw Boogie Nights quite a few times back in the day. You know,
we there was a big watch on some of the longer van rides when Dave would set the laptop up in the middle of the console on the van ride and watch that while driving to shows. So apparently Leo DiCaprio was originally offered the role of Dirk Diggler and turned it down, and allegedly suggested Mark Wahlberg for the role. Leo turned it down to star in this other movie that came out at the same time, something about a boat sinking.
Yeah,
some Titanic or something like that.
It was a good call for him. But yeah, Boogie Nights was fantastic.
Boogie Nights was great. We literally, I can't tell you how many times that DVD got played.
It's Paul Thomas Anderson or Paul Paul
yep.
Thomas, somebody,
yep.
Anderson, somebody.
Yeah, I didn't write his name down. But yeah, that's it. It is that you're right.
He did that Licorice Pizza movie.
Yes.
That I have not had an interest in watching yet. It seems really stuck, likes the olden days.
June 22nd.
Oh,
mark down June 22nd because that's when the Umbrella Academy season 3 drops. Yeah, Jimmy, the Boogie Nights was a favorite of the long drive to Boston.
Oh, those were long drives.
The boys, and I'm sorry,
the Umbrella Academy.
Scroll the teleprompter back a little bit.
Yep.
The Umbrella Academy season 3 will debut June 22nd and have a 10-episode account. A 10-episode count. I can't
all at once, does it say?
Netflix usually does all at once, don't they? Or do they stagger?
No, because the last two they did that half bullshit with Ozark and with Masters of the Universe. Or they dropped half the episodes and then kept them going. Which I hope they drop all of this at once, because I'm not a fan of that new. Like, it'd be fine if it was like, okay, we'll do what Hulu does and drop 3 and then make you watch every week.
All 10 episodes, day one.
All right, cool.
Which is good because it's going to be sandwiched in between Stranger Things season 4 part 1 in May and Stranger Things season 4 part 2 in July. So you can watch, if you're into Stranger Things, you can watch that in May, then Umbrella Academy, and then July.
Which goes back to my complaint about, like, just drop it all.
Right.
Just do the weekly thing instead of dropping 5 every 2 months.
On the flip side of that, Amazon is releasing The Boys season 3 on June 3rd. Now they're going to have 8 episodes, and Amazon does 1 a week.
So we should be at HeroGasm the week that Umbrella Academy drops.
Okay. Whatever.
Take a few days.
Yeah. So The Boys released a trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
Oh, it's so good.
It was good. No dialogue.
No, it doesn't need it.
Nope. So the other day at the SXSW Film Festival, Carl Urban, when being asked questions about the Star Trek 4 movie that he's supposedly a part of but has not seen a script or heard anything about being a part of it, he let it slip that The Boys season 4 is set to film at the end of 2022. However, season 4 has not officially been picked up yet.
Also, interesting to do that when Anthony Starr may or may not be in prison in Spain.
I think he got a commuted sentence, if I read that right.
Jeff Bezos busted it out, didn't he? Said, here,
absolutely threw
everybody gets Amazon Prime free for a year.
Absolutely.
This is my gift to you. Release Anthony Starr and you can all watch The Boys.
Absolutely. SXSW. Why are you laughing at that?
South by Southwest.
Oh. Oh, no, I'm reading what I wrote. I'm reading what I got off the website. Don't give me shit. Discover and Warner Media merger was finally approved by the stockholders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they said that they're going to merge.
Yeah, so
they're going to bring HBO Max and Discovery Plus into the same app.
Discovery will put AT&T's Warner Media Entertainment brands such as Warner Brothers Studio, DC Films, HBO Max, Turner Cable Networks, such as CNN and TBS, together with Discovery brands, which include HGTV, TLC. Was that the channel? TLC? No?
Yeah.
Animal Planet, Food Network, OWN, and Discovery. They're all going to be together.
Yeah, I had Discovery Plus for like a year. I watched it once. And then I realized that all of the stuff that's on there is nothing I will ever search for.
Right.
It is all stuff that I will watch if it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Like Food Network, I'll turn it on and leave it on, but I'm not going to go pull up an app to watch Guys Grocery Games.
No, I just got an angry text from someone that we don't just stream audio only live because they don't like watching streaming stuff.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. Oops.
I usually listen to a lot of my streaming stuff, like just listen to it with no video.
Yeah, I do. I do the same thing.
I mean, what we'll have to start doing is putting on a bit more of a show. We're gonna have to get the dancers hired back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a horn section behind me.
That'd be good.
I know,
but they have to be a dancing horn section.
Well, I know a couple guys that play saxophone. I can get one.
Good.
Maybe needs a little bit of money and.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Right.
So the little tiny little segment that I said I was going to start doing, I couldn't find the list of it. The Prime, Amazon Prime's best new shows and movies this week.
Yeah.
Here we go. Quick list. Master on March 18th.
Okay.
It's a horror thriller from Mariama Diallo.
Love it.
Okay.
Dylan's going to watch it and tell us all about it.
Regina Hall, Zoe Renee, Amber Gray, Ella Hunt,
there we go.
Talia Rutter, and a couple other people who I don't know.
Regina Hall hosting the Oscars.
She is hosting the Oscars.
Because of her role in The Master, I bet.
Maybe. Weird choice. Deep Water, March 18th, is an international video.
Oh.
It will come to most countries. The exception to this is in the United States, where this makes no point to even talk about now. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be on Hulu. There you go.
What? Wait, so is this the best in streaming on Amazon or the best streaming?
This says the best Prime Video new shows and movies this week.
Okay. Maybe
I don't know.
That just means Prime.
Well, Deep Water is a Ben Affleck, Ana de Armas movie.
Got it.
Right. Then the weekly TV show releases Star Trek Picard. I'm not caught up on that yet. I will be
shocked. Let me tell you the shock.
Look,
I'm hiding.
I watched the first episode and I let it marinate, and I wanted to wait a week so that I can.
Yep.
I'm pacing myself with this.
It's good. Yeah.
I would rather watch shows once a week than watch them the way we watched the show we're going to talk about next.
That is how
that's really it. I mean, that's really it. There's not a lot of stuff coming out on Amazon this week. There was something to come out on Amazon this week that you blew past me watching it, right? You finished uploading a day.
I did upload. Yeah. It's 7 episodes that are 22 minutes each.
I let it marinate. I didn't want to finish it all at once because I was really excited for this to come back.
It was good.
If you haven't watched Upload, we're gonna talk about Upload for a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes maybe.
Which ties to our world because Robbie Amell is the star who played Firestorm.
Yes,
on The Flash, and we'll be reprising that role this year. And Stephen Amell's cousin.
Plus, it's just a really good show.
It is. He was also in what was the show he was in?
He was in a movie with them on Netflix.
He was. That's getting a sequel too. That movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I enjoy superpower hero movies that are not tied to comic book characters I've known for the last 40 years and have ideas of what they should do with.
Yeah.
So Upload. Did you finish or did
I
you watch
did. Oh,
more?
no.
Okay.
I watched half of it. Half of it the day I think, what was the day you blew by me?
Saturday.
I watched half of it Saturday, and then I watched the rest of it Sunday.
When you reminded me that it was on, because I totally forgot that it had come back.
Yes. I personally thought it was great. I think they narrowed the focus of the show to. I think the first season was a lot of fun, but I think the story hip hop all over the place, and they were, I guess, trying to set their world up. I think this season they kind of focused in on a specific line and ran with that, and then you had a couple little things branching off from that. But I thought overall it's really good acting in it.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are all lovable, likable characters. I hate Allegra, but then by the end you feel sorry for her in a way.
Allegra?
Yeah. Ingrid?
Ingrid?
Her real name's Allegra. I'm sorry. Ingrid. Greg Daniels from The Office runs it and did an Office-esque episode with the dinner party thing, but not quite as zany and crazy as The Office's version.
Oh, never seen it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was good. If anybody out there did watch season one is like, it's a mystery. You're trying to figure out what's going on. Season 2, they don't give a shit.
No.
You get very little progress on the mystery part. It's a great season. It felt like a filler season.
A little bit.
Which is weird because it took them a couple years to do it because of the pandemic and everything. We haven't heard if it got picked up for season 3 yet.
No word on that yet.
But yeah, I liked the mystery, but I don't know that they moved the story forward a whole lot.
No, it felt like it was kind of treading water until roughly the last episode and a half, and then it kind of like went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh shit!"
Right.
Let's tie this back up to a storyline that we kind of forgot.
Right. Using one of the characters from The Office in the first season, who was the first semi-successful download, the guy whose head exploded in the first season. That was Creed Bratton.
You've watched the first season again more recently than I have.
I have. I got past that episode, and then this dropped, and there's no point to go back now.
Right.
Like, I started to rewatch it to catch up for this, and then I started watching other stuff.
That happens to you.
It does. It does.
But yeah, Upload is. I enjoyed it so far. I hope there's another season because I want to see it now that it can start moving a little bit faster. Hopefully. Yeah,
I think I hope with the pandemic kind of being a little bit more in the rear view that things can kind of loosen up as far as Hollywood goes and film and shows, and maybe they can kind of start turning some stuff out.
As long as they don't push anything back again from it.
Right. Well,
as long as nothing gets pushed out.
Oh well, you know what? First, let's talk a couple of Marvel things before we go into stuff that's being pushed back. There's a nice list of that.
Is there?
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. So you mentioned Ryan Reynolds earlier. We were talking about Deadpool.
I did. Yeah.
So Deadpool 3 found a director.
Oh, no kidding. Who is it?
Finally. Oh, thank you, Dylan. Morbius tickets went on sale today.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to sell out.
Yeah, I'm not super excited.
I'm stoked for the movie. I'm so excited for the movie. It looks like it's going to be a blast.
I'll have to see Uncharted before I see that.
However, I'm in no rush to go see it. I mean, not rush, but I'm not worried about the theater selling out. No. So Deadpool 3 will be directed by Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy and The Atom Project. Yeah. Funny enough. He knows Ryan Reynolds and his sensibility because
he does.
He just gets to be Ryan Reynolds in both those movies, so it's good.
It is going to be an R-rated Marvel movie. There's no date for it to be released yet. However, Sean has said that the film will not enter production in 2022 because of prior TV commitments he has, which means that Ryan Reynolds should be about 50 years old when they get to film this, and that means that Josh Brolin will be in his 60s.
And not able to work out likely the way that he
and
has.
realistically, Reynolds will be about 46 when they start, and Brolin will be at 55.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I mean, that's expecting them to start this in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's assuming Reynolds comes back from his hiatus. He banked a lot of stuff before he took off for a year.
He did.
I mean, we haven't had it announced for 2023 from Disney, so
no,
it's not even on the slate.
Nope, not at all. There you go. Affleck CGI abs.
Look, I would take Affleck as Cable. Affleck would crush as Cable.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of the Affleck. Black Panther 2.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler.
Dominique Thorne.
He's had some time.
Well,
lately.
Ryan Coogler's had a little bit of an interesting thing. I didn't jot that down, but if you want to toss that out there.
It's crazy what went down for him, and I don't know the area. I don't know Atlanta at all. But if you didn't see, Ryan Coogler went into a bank in Atlanta, masked as he should be, at the time when they were filming, just dressed like he normally dresses and with the mask on, and handed a letter over to ask for $12,000 and keep it quiet. What he needed $12,000 in cash for, I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
that seems like a bit extra.
Yeah, a little bit.
But slid that across, and the bank teller thought they were getting robbed.
I mean,
and called the cops on him.
Look, the way you go about doing that with the masks and sliding a note, yeah, I can't mean to guess, but do you really recognize him with the mask on?
Would you recognize him anyway?
I mean, I might. Probably not.
mean, if you're in what we're in,
probably not. No.
I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if this is a bank frequented by people that take out that much money.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
A bank around here, they're going to be like, "You need how much in cash?"
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I've walked by friends that I know with masks on and just been oblivious that was a person I knew. So it's.
I don't think it had. I don't think it had anything to do with it being Ryan Coogler.
No, I think it was.
It's a larger societal issue that was going on there, but
yeah.
But he and Bank of America have worked it out.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He's fine with how they responded.
That's good.
And they are fine with him. I mean, I don't think he released the story. It was somebody finally got it. But there's full-on video footage of him now.
Oh, really?
Like released of like him telling the cops, like, "Look, I'm Ryan Coogler. Google me. Like, look at my ID and Google me."
That's a Mike.
And they did, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Coogler," and undid his handcuffs and let him go right there. It's crazy.
Wow. I'll have to go look for that afterwards.
Because they didn't know who he was, and then they looked him up literally on their phone in the video. And
oh,
like,
my God, that's hilarious.
Oh.
I mean, that's a shame for him, but God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dominique Thorne.
Mm-hmm.
She will be playing Ironheart in Black Panther 2, has confirmed that she has wrapped filming. After 7 years, Black Panther 2 is getting closer to being released.
You know, it's funny. It feels like that, right? It's only been 4 years since the first one came out.
Well, this movie, they've been working on it since June of last year. At least June of last year. That's when Dominique started. With the whole Letitia Wright thing and the pandemic.
And the next Letitia Wright thing.
And the next one. And allegedly, as of now, it's still on pace to come out November 21st, 2022.
Cool.
As of now.
I'm very intrigued to see what they do with it because the petition to recast T'Challa has really continued to take off.
I don't see a problem with doing that. Like,
no, I don't.
Maybe not this movie.
I think they're going to reboot the MCU sooner rather than later, honestly.
Well, they've opened up the whole multiverse thing, so it's easy to kind of.
It's the problem is though, here's my take on all the multiverse stuff. So multiverse is messy.
Yeah. And
people that pay attention as much as we do have trouble keeping track of a multiverse storyline, as evidenced by like what they're trying to do over in DC and who knows who with what and doesn't know who with what, and trying to watch Loki, which nobody liked watching Loki. But like trying to keep track of that stuff is really hard. And for the casual fan, it's damn near impossible.
Right.
So if you're a casual fan that just like pops in, right? Like, what do you? You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to be like, why is Tom Cruise Iron Man? What happened to Robert Downey? I don't understand.
Right.
So like I think it's the more these movies get into this, like The Flash, same thing, right? Like it's a barrier to the casual fan to join in on the franchise because it's just confusing.
Yep.
So I don't like that they're going this heavy into multiverse, especially not this soon, because they're all these series are still like young.
Well,
Even if they're 23 movies in, 25 movies in, that's still not a lot of story.
it's funny that you mentioned that as the quote I have from Benedict Cumberbatch about Doctor Strange 2. Benedict says that Doctor Strange 2 will achieve the same level of success as No Way Home. His exact quote is, it's a big, big movie. It's going to be an absolute riot. And if it brings off the level of ambition it's got, we're going to have a success on the level of Spidey. There you go. I'll put my flag in the sand.
The only way you pull that off is if it's all of the X-Men in this movie.
The only thing,
and then you start advertising it.
The only thing that I can think of, again, with him saying that is Spider-Man had a handful of cameos. Doctor Strange 2 is going to have way more cameos than it needs. And I'm a guy that likes cameos, but are you going to do like Crisis on Infinite Earth cameos? Where
the
you
cameos of what?
Right, where you have
Michael Chiklis is the thing? Like,
I would like to. Oh, now I want to watch The Shield again. Apparently, there was a new picture put out, and I'm not going in it, and I'm not going down the rabbit hole and looking it up because the movie's out in what, 2 months, 3 months, right? There's a picture of him standing in front of what everyone's calling the Illuminati, and dead set in the middle is a guy in a wheelchair. Obviously, we know who that is at this point. Supposedly, you can zoom in and see faces, but it's still real grainy.
Well, look, so the rest of the Illuminati is supposed to be Reed Richards.
Right.
Black Panther.
Right.
Tony Stark.
Yep.
And
is it Namor?
Black Bolt. Namor's on there too, and Black Bolt.
Right. And Doctor Strange. Isn't Doctor Strange on that list?
I don't think he's
Strange?
He's not considered one of the smartest people. I don't think. They've changed it over the years, and it all happened after I stopped reading. But
yeah. Oh, Magneto.
Oh,
so
that's
according
a
new ad. Okay, according to this, I guess this is a new one. Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Namor, Black Bolt, Doctor Doom, and Magneto. That must be really, really new then.
Yeah, I don't remember Doom. The only time I saw it was in Civil War II. When I read that, they had a little bit of it.
Oh, this one has Sylvie on there. Isn't that nice? Anyway, yeah. That would be happy. You would be happy with that, right?
No.
As speaking of No Way Home, it's coming out on video on demand a week earlier.
It's good.
It's coming out on the 15th of March, which means I can get it on Plex.
It's good. Somebody just asked me about when it's coming out the other day because I missed it in the theater.
Yeah.
But that'll be good. Yeah. But that's my multiverse problem. Is it's a barrier to entry, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hold fast to the Stan Lee philosophy of like every comic book can be someone's first comic book.
Right.
It's how you should rate them. You can't do that when they have to have seen 30 other movies to get it.
Right.
And it's only the second Doctor Strange movie.
Right. Which is, yeah.
And you're not getting, if you cast all those celebrities and all those Illuminati roles, you're not getting them back multiple times.
No, not at all.
And if you're putting the people that we expect to be in most of these roles, no offense, they're not going to make it till the next time Marvel makes a movie.
Some of them aren't. Nope, some of them aren't at all. The last tiny little bit of Marvel news. There's another Marvel movie coming out, Kraven the Hunter.
Sony.
Right. Sony / Marvel.
Yeah, with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is the lead.
Yeah, he's in your Bullet Train movie too with Brad Pitt.
He is. They just cast another villain. Christopher Abbott will be playing the Foreigner. So I'm not as familiar with these. So I'm wondering if you're.
I
if you're
don't know
gonna
if
have
you
anything
can
on
say
this.
that anymore, Frank.
Well, what? I'm not as familiar with these.
No, I don't know if you can call a character the foreigner anymore.
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny. Russell Crowe joined the cast in an undisclosed role, probably someone's father.
So Christopher Abbott looks like
Looks a little like Jon Snow.
he looks exactly like it. Like
Looks a
Jon
little like
Snow.
Jon Snow.
That's the third picture that came up. Is him.
Yep. Fred Heikinger is going to be Chameleon.
Okay, that's interesting. We thought that we had gotten the Chameleon
Mm-hmm.
in what was that? Venom.
Yep. Yeah.
The foreigner looks like a poor man's Punisher.
He looks like a gambler, right? Like the
No.
one picture I saw, he had dice in front of him.
I think that's the new. That's from new Marvel.
Okay.
Old Marvel, he seems to have been just like the Punisher.
Yeah. Okay.
He was married to Silver Sable.
Gotcha. They also
Dimitri, that's what it was in Far From Home.
Dimitri.
It was the bus guy.
Yes. They also cast Ariana DeBose from West Side Story as Calypso. And Alessandro Nivola from the Many Saints of Newark is in a mystery role that is supposed to be the movie's main villain.
Shouldn't
So-
Craven be the movie's main villain?
I mean, Craven is the villain, right?
Yeah,
Is he a bad guy overall?
he is. He's definitely not. There's nothing anti-hero about him.
No.
That makes me nervous with the direction they're taking it.
So the only two I say two things.
I would have enjoyed seeing a B-list. So if they do this, which would be awesome, right? If you're going to do these villain movies, cast a B-list hero.
Yeah,
Or a
please.
C-list hero that just gets destroyed by these guys, that sets them up as being even more evil than you expected.
There you go.
That's a movie that you don't get.
No.
But would be awesome.
No, it's everybody trying to cast these stars in.
And then sets it up as actual, like, sets up stakes of, like, this guy killed a hero.
Right.
And then you have a reason to think he might do something to Spider-Man. Like, you killed off every villain in Sony and Marvel proper already. You can kill off one of the C-list heroes. It's fine. Nobody will know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not excited about Craven at all. Not even a little bit. Like
one of my favorite Spider-Man stories is a Craven story.
I'm not as familiar with it, but you also delved into the comics a heck of a lot more than I did.
Well, yeah, Craven's Last Hunt is one of the greatest comic series ever written.
That's probably what they'll adapt, right?
No.
Most likely.
No, because you have to have Spider-Man for that.
What if they have Spider-Man and they just haven't announced it yet?
No, it's heavy. Like they're not going to go that dark.
Oh, I was going to say, what if they use one of the other Spider-Men?
No, he kills Spider-Man and takes him over, and takes over his identity.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Disney's going
to
do that.
Bury Spider-Man alive.
Yeah, I don't think Disney's going to do that yet.
Yeah, it's dark.
We're
phenomenal storyline.
We're going to close with the Star Wars stuff, but I'm going to touch on a couple of DC things that you wanted to talk a little bit about Batman too. Before that Batman, I can tell you that in the 80s, there was a Batman movie that was going to be directed by Ivan Reitman.
Okay.
Ivan Reitman had picked his Batman and his Robin. Now, we're in the 80s.
Yep.
I'll give you one guess for each, just because you'll never get this, and then I'll read you the quotes of why it fell apart.
Is it Bill Murray?
Okay, that's Batman. Okay,
I may have seen the article.
You may have seen the article. That's Batman.
Don't know who Robin would have been, but I'm going to say it was somebody like Anthony Michael Hall or something.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh.
Okay. This is the quote from Bill Murray on why that movie didn't happen. Allegedly. I talked to Eddie Murphy about it, and Eddie wanted to play Batman. That's as far as the conversation went. I don't want to be the boy wonder to anybody. Maybe much, much earlier when I was a boy, but it was too late for that by the 80s. Also, I couldn't do the outfit. Eddie looks good in purple, and I look good in purple. In red and green, I look like one of Santa's elves. There was just a lot of vanity involved in production, and it wasn't going to happen. I can kind of see that being a stumbling block of a Batman and Robin movie in the 80s, as Eddie Murphy was as hot as anyone could be back then.
Let's also think about how awful that would have been. So let's be thankful we didn't get it.
I mean, we got George Clooney instead.
Step
right?
one is let's be thankful for how awful that would have been, so we didn't get it. But we got George Clooney 15 years later.
That's true.
They had some more storyline.
It probably would have been the worst Batman and Robin movie.
We never would have gotten Batman 89 then. We never would have gotten the Nolan Batmans, because Batman would have comic book movies would have been ruined if that had been the first.
They would have put Batman on the shelf for a long time.
They would have just been remaking Batman 66.
Can you really picture Bill Murray in a Batman costume though?
Yeah, look, back then he would have looked like Adam West.
Now, can you picture Eddie Murphy in a Batman costume?
Look, there's some problems with casting a black Batman in general.
Right.
As evidenced by Mark Bernardin that we listen to quite a bit, who has a whole explanation of why Batman can't be black.
Oh, I haven't listened to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a good explanation?
Well, it's the Waynes are old money.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
It's just, yeah.
I get you.
So that breaks that whole societal counterpoint, right?
Yep.
So, but no, not Eddie Murphy is that. I don't even know who. I don't know who I would have cast Eddie Murphy as in the 80s.
I couldn't see either one of them as Robin either. Michael B. Jordan is going to make a good Superman. That's what I think he's going to make a good Superman.
Well, he's going to be Val.
Yeah, but he's going to make. I like him in almost pretty much everything he does. So, the Legend of Tomorrow finale.
Yeah.
I'm all caught up. I'm in.
Finally watch it?
I finally watched it. I thought.
All right.
I thought Booster Gold killed it.
Yeah, he's going to be fun. He also popped up in the Flash this week.
Oh, I haven't watched the Flash this week.
And a brief snippet, and he popped up in a TV ad.
I'm letting that breathe too. Like, I'm trying to let that breathe as much as I can.
Yeah, keep letting it breathe. It's not good. There's no Flash in it.
Of course not. Why would you put the Flash in the Flash TV show?
He hasn't been in about 3 years though. So
yeah, why would you bother? Just run fast in your street clothes.
Yeah, a lot of Iris this season from what I heard.
The whole point of you running fast in a suit is to not burn your street. Oh, anyway. The Batman movie had an estimated budget of $200 million and has already eclipsed that with a worldwide start of $296 million.
All right.
By the end of this coming weekend, it should clip 400. So it's already made its money back and then some.
Good for it. It had a bigger opening than Spider-Man.
Yeah, it did. It one of the biggest openings of the post-pandemic era, as we're now calling it.
It was the biggest opening.
Was it the biggest? Yes.
It was 135 versus Spider-Man hitting 128, I believe.
Right, and Spider-Man is the number 3 domestic movie of all time right now. Domestic movie. So what you wanted to before we go into what Warner Brothers just did, which I still can't even wrap my head around.
Yeah, so with Batman, we've talked before about Zack Snyder, and he kind of read Dark Knight Returns, and that was it. He was done.
Yes. That
was all he needed to know about DC.
That's it.
And that was his entire worldview. So I just read Batman Earth 1 because I'd heard some things like that's where Martha as an Arkham was developed. And the Waynes and the Arkhams were the founding families of Gotham, and that Thomas ran for mayor and Thomas was killed, and this so I read and it's basically a take of the comic. The comic's year 1 essentially versus year 2 like the movie is, but it's like the beats are very, very similar. The Penguin's the main bad guy. He's actually the mayor in this one instead of Falcone. But it's like all of the beats are like very, very close.
Right.
Bruce and Alfred are very contentious with like in year 1 or Earth 1, Alfred comes in right the night that Bruce's parents get killed. like comes to the house because he's an old war buddy of Thomas's,
Right.
and then he finds out that he's listed as the foster parent or the whatever,
Yeah.
of Bruce.
Yeah.
And then they fight, and they're like, he's a dick to Alfred when he gets older, just like in the movie, like just like emo Batman, But yeah, so it was interesting to read that and then be like, oh, this is totally what this guy based this off of, like 100%. And it's a Batman that can like kind of mess up. Like it opens with like him going for a rooftop and missing, which you don't see Batman miss.
No.
No. But it opens with that. It was a great story and a good take, but it definitely
that's where he got it.
Showed me where most of this story is in front, and it ends with the shot of the Riddler in Earth 1, that graphic novel. So I was like, okay, so he just decided to write the next chapter of this, basically.
Right. Now, some of the stuff that I was reading up, because obviously the movie's been out 2 weeks. 2 weeks now. 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff that's starting to filter out about it. That this is year 2 of this Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Year 1, he's already faced the prisoner that is in the jail cell next to the Riddler. So there's a deleted scene where they have dialogue and they talk about their history a little bit.
Yeah, they pull a Hannibal Lecter in the deleted scenes. Which is I wonder if we'll get that.
I hope we get it on the DVD that I'm not going to buy, but get it off YouTube.
Yeah, it's the problem with those bonus features. If you buy it like digitally,
you don't get
on. You do on Vudu.
Okay.
You have to buy it on Vudu, and you get the bonus features.
But not like on Apple or YouTube or anything.
No, like if I buy stuff on Google, because I buy stuff through Google Play, you don't get any bonus features.
That's so weird.
But Vudu, you do that Vudu that you do.
That Vudu that you do.
Little
that thing we do.
Yeah, that one. That you get, and I think Amazon gives them to you too.
Solid movie. So Warner Brothers did a thing.
They said, that schedule we gave you?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Except for Super Pets. So
DC moved Warner Brothers moved the League of Super Pets from May 20th, 2022 to July 29th, 2022, which was previously held by Black Adam. That film was postponed to October 21st, 2022. Then Warner Brothers announced they were bumping up the release date of Shazam! Fury of the Gods 6 months earlier from its original June 2nd, 2023 release date to December 16th, 2022. Are you following along with me here?
100%.
Okay. Both The Flash and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which were originally set to release in 2022, were pushed to 2023, with Aquaman moving to March 17th, 2023, and The Flash June 23rd, 2023. Because that movie hasn't seen enough delays yet. It needs to be delayed again.
I don't even know why you bother making the Flash movie at this point. Like, why bother releasing it? Just release it straight to VHS. Let the people that want to see it on VHS see it.
VHS? Really? Really?
Yeah, look, it's a time travel
that
movie.
much dislike for that movie that you're going all the way to the.
Well, so look, so does that mean Batgirl's now pushed back by a year?
Well, hold on. In non-DC news, with Aquaman taking Wonka's original release date, that film has been shifted to December 15th, 2023.
Okay.
Like,
this Timothy Chalamet is Willy Wonka. I really don't. Whatever.
No. So, and apparently now.
But so, plus to that, excited Shazam's moving up. Don't know if I want Black Adam and Shazam like 6 weeks apart. I mean, look, the kids are already entering retirement home age from Shazam. The one actress already aged out where they just stopped casting her and just said, we're just going to make Mary all around. We're not going to have two different Marys anymore because they're the same age.
A lot of this movement, I think, has to do with Aquaman because there's a reason.
What?
Aquaman, according to James Wan, needs the extra time to craft this thing right. Wan further clarified that VFX is the reason behind Aquaman 2's delay in reply to a comment from Collider Steve Weintraub, writing, honestly, I couldn't make the December release as much as I love the Christmas slot. I literally just finished shooting 2 months ago in January. So the reason Aquaman is being delayed is because it's 90% visual effects, which is going to suck.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
But that's why they're not making their date, and it looks like that forced them to, shuffle the deck. It's not like this is a connected, like Marvel is connected. This isn't connected. This is just a, hey, we're going to make this movie. Hey, we're going to make this movie. Hey, this movie's going to connect everything, but then we're going to pretend it doesn't exist and make this movie.
Well, and they just finished Aquaman filming in January.
Yep.
Like, and that whole movie is effects. So, like, I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Dylan, it was October 1st versus, like, December 24th or something.
Right.
Venom 2 to No Way Home. But they're totally different. Like, Black Adam and Shazam are, like, Shazams in both of them.
Right. The Flash is...
Don't care.
It sucks because I was actually really excited for that movie because I enjoy that Flashpoint storyline. I was looking forward to Michael Keaton coming back. But at this point...
But it's everything I hear just makes the movie sound messier and messier, and, like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm at that point, too. I'm totally at that point.
And look, Ezra Miller's going to get canceled before it comes out, the way he's going. So, like, if they were smart, they would have released it, like, 6 months ago.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it just goes right.
Yeah.
Like you said, don't just cancel it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
so if Michael Keaton, you have to explain why Michael Keaton's the Batman and Batgirl now,
right?
With J.K. Simmons,
right?
So when do you have time to do that? Like, so now Batgirl's pushed by a year,
and he's coming back as the Vulture in a Spider-Man movie. Supposedly, he made some kind of comment. That's right. He's in Morbius, and he's 70 years old now. So by the time Flash comes out, you're talking he's 72, right? 71,
and hasn't filmed anything else except for Batgirl, which we already saw.
And sure, most of his scenes are going to be walking, sitting, eating, drinking. He's not going to be doing stunts, running around.
But there comes an age. There's a reason that there's not a lot of old superheroes. Because in age, you start to just look silly.
Like Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Like the Ghostbusters.
Well, it wasn't terrible.
Oh my God.
I mean,
they looked silly in the 80s, but like now they look like old guys with weird shit on their backs.
Well,
bigger
guys.
So it's you run into that.
Yeah.
And like they're putting Keaton in the suit for Batgirl.
Yeah. They are.
I mean, look, he's in as good a shape now as he was when they filmed the movie in '89. He fit in this original suit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
They just got to fix the neck thing so we can do this.
Clean living.
Do this.
Yeah. But so, I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll take another week. We'll talk Pam and Tommy next week.
Yeah, the only other thing I wanted to touch on real fast was a couple of Star Wars things. I know we're over. The big thing is the Obi-Wan TV show is what's coming out. The trailer came out. So was that
since our last episode?
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
I think so. Yeah. So apparently, this was originally supposed to be a movie. And then when Disney Plus was announced, they shifted gears and they decided to make it what they're saying is a limited series with the possibility of a season 2 down the line, maybe.
No.
I don't want a season 2. The movie got a complete scrub or the show got a complete scrub and rewrite to become more of a hopeful show.
Yeah.
It was originally a lot darker and depressing, which given the, him coming off of Revenge of the Sith, that would be, that would be a thing.
It should be dark. Like our Obi-Wan was broken.
Yes. So in the trailer, they showed the Grand Inquisitors, and the internet went right to work and fixed the Grand Inquisitor to look more like the Rebels character than pumpkin-headed guy that is playing him. I cast stones and mirrors at myself.
Legit, just the shape of Rupert Friend's head.
It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As of now, the villains confirmed for the show are Darth Vader.
Cool.
The Grand Inquisitor, obviously, we got that.
Yep.
And the fifth brother, Reva, and some other Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Which look good. No, I don't think there's going to be any Maul because Maul wouldn't be around technically at this point.
He would.
Oh, that's right. This is before he has the gray beard, the white beard. That's
maybe.
Right. Maybe. I don't know.
If we even get him, I mean, you know.
I don't know.
I think he's older than Alec Guinness was, right?
I think they're around the same age.
Maybe we'll get Kira.
Maybe.
No, it's no, because we saw Luke. Luke's like 7.
All right, so he was 62 when A New Hope came out.
Oh, so all right, so he's got him by like 10 years almost. I want to say McGregor's in his mid-50s.
McGregor is 50 actually, so he's got him by 12 years. So they're not that far off. I mean,
yeah, and his girlfriend's in Star Wars now, so good for him.
Oh,
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh yeah. So I mean, are you looking forward? I'm like really looking forward to this. Like
I'm in. I was really looking forward to Boba Fett too, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, you had to do that. I knew.
Well, look, that was going to be a movie too.
Yeah, that should have been just left what it was in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week we can do the Pam and Tommy thing. I rushed to watch that, but not a whole lot to talk about with it. But
so yeah, but everybody, thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us this week. Yes. Make sure you drop us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you're listening, like our friend Jimmy would prefer to do. And you can also find it, everywhere else, Google Play, Spotify. Tell a friend. If we start seeing an uptick there, Frank will make sure that we drop episodes in a timely manner so we can
we're all caught up.
Start doing poll questions on Spotify and stuff like it lets us do now, so you guys can ask us stuff so we can be prepared to answer you. Possibly.
We're going back to our Wednesday release for the podcast part.
And yeah, other than that, you can happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Yes.
Happy Pi Day.
That's right. It is Pi Day.
And yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.